This is our C21 at ACS Barker Road video, and our group will be talking about the general way of life in Nepal, the political status of the country, which in turn greatly affects the economy of the country. We all traveled to Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal, with the aim of discovering and experiencing the different lifestyles of countries. The moment we arrived at Kathmandu, we could immediately see the poor planning of the city as evident of the small roads with numerous vehicles and the careless building of cables. We also noticed the large number of locals on the streets during the daytime. We could soon see that everyone was of the same status, meaning that there wasn't any separation of the rich and the poor, and that there weren't any competition for jobs or economic growth. When we arrived at the hotel, we could immediately see that Kathmandu was in a geographic bowl, meaning that it was surrounded with mountains which trap dust in the city and creates terrible air pollution, with little evidence of the government doing anything to prevent it. All of this shows poor government planning and reflects on the political instability in Nepal. To find out more about the way of life in Nepal, we interviewed a child living there.
Playing with friends.
Playing with friends, like soccer,
Yes. Going to school.
going to school, anything else?
Doing work in the morning. There will be our duty chart.
Oh, duty chart.
Duty chart.
Duty chart.
We should have to follow that and we should have to work.
What do you do normally?
Normally, in Sunday, we should have to sweep our passage and this ground also. Sometimes we should have to clean our room also.
Wash your clothes.
Yes, washing clothes. And we should have to wash our plate with ourselves. And we should have to also clean the kitchen.
We could quickly see that the children of Nepal led a rather relaxed life, with activities such as games, singing, and chores, rather than concentrate on studies throughout the entire day. This in turn shows that the government is not prioritizing education, which means that the locals of Nepal do not contribute as much as they could to the country, as they do not get an education as pressurized as Singapore's. One of the challenges faced by Nepal is the weak economy. When we arrived back to Kathmandu from a hike, we found a strike ongoing countrywide, resulting in the empty roads and the closure of shops as locals were not allowed to work. This affected the economy negatively as the industrial operations were halted. The locals were pressurizing the government to make a decision as the deadline for it was near. This shows the people's lack of trust in the government and also affects the economy of the country.
Yeah, in Nepal, especially like Kathmandu, like a city area, they have a problem like unemployment. They don't have employment, right? So even though they have employment, they are low pay.
Political instability, that is our major challenge. Our economic is not so good, it's going down, and inflation also is going to high and high, and even it's very hard to maintain our daily normal life of the Nepalese people.
The government of Nepal has had many difficulties in the past, such as the royal massacre, where many royals were killed, and the Maoist insurgency, where a communist party began a violent insurgency. As such, the government has many disagreements within it and thus have been unable to focus on the economic status of the country, which has led to the current poor economic state. One way to improve the economy is to improve the political stability, so as to allow the government to unite and develop the economic status by creating more industries which will then provide more jobs, as well as increasing tourism, as many jobs are dependent on tourism, such as porters and trekking guides.
That's why we are also trying to provide good education, which may help them to find a job according to their qualifications. Even our former peace-loving boys, some are studying in UK and some are studying in the chartered accountant. Even some boys join in the Nepali army also.
Another solution would to be, as stated in the interview, to improve the education system in Nepal so that the children can reach their potential and contribute to the country, which is guaranteed to significantly improve the economic status of the country.
said, let's change our luck. This night is all that we've got. Drive fast until we crash this dead end life. Sweet dreams that won't